Welcome back to another video. It's Mrs. Maths Ireland here, and we are looking at highest common factor factorising. This type of factorising is for absolutely every single student that is doing a secondary school maths. So using this method on any expression, we open up two brackets because we're always getting a pair of factors when we factorise. The first bracket is going to be filled with what divides in evenly, and the second bracket is going to be filled with what's left after we divide that thing in. So you're always looking out for what is common to each part of your expression. So let's do a few examples. So the first one here, we have 5x plus 10, and the only thing that is common or divides in evenly to both of those is a 5. So we take out the 5 and then we divide that into each part and leaves us with x plus 2. You can see in question 2 there I did something very similar with p, q and r. And question 3 there we can see that x divides in evenly, so in the second bracket I write 2 plus y because I divide x into both of them. Looking at the likes of question 4 there, we can see that we have x squared plus 5x. X is common to both terms in that expression, and when we divide it across by x we are left with x plus 5. Moving on to question 6, then you'll see that a few of these next questions have A's and B's and C's in them. Again, just a little bit of variety to show that it's the same method, it just looks slightly different. So with the first bracket, I am always filling that bracket with what divides in evenly across the full expression. And the second bracket is filled with what's left once I divide that in. Now, if you need to, you can go ahead and do some number crunching on the side of the page, a little bit of rough work to work that out a bit clearer. But it's very important to remember x divided into x squared leaves me with x. And also be careful if you're dividing something by itself, it always gives you 1. So continuing on here with the likes of question 13, there's quite a few bits and pieces that divide in evenly. You've got a 4, an x and a y. So just mind yourself, go through it bit by bit, do the numbers first and then the letters. Again, another example here of anything divided by itself gives 1. So just be careful of that fact here when we're looking through question 14. And then when we move on to question 15, again, we see that the 5 divides in evenly to the 10 and the 15, and p divides in evenly to the 10p and the 15pq. And we put that in the first bracket, and then the second bracket is filled with 2 minus 3q. Question 16 is something similar, and question 17 has 3 parts to it, but again, we still only have 2 brackets because when you're factorising you separate them into a pair of factors. So again, you're looking through the 3 terms in this expression, and we notice that A and B are the things that are most common, and then we fill up that bracket with what is left when we divide AB into each of those 3 terms. 1 minus 2A plus 3B. Question 18 is very similar insofar as it also has 3 terms, and again we go through it and we see that 4AB is common to all 3 terms in that, and then when we divide 4AB into each of those 3 terms we have 2 minus 3B plus 4A as our answer. Moving on to 19 and 20. Again, these are one of the more difficult ones that you're going to see. If you can manage this, you can manage any sort of highest common factor factorising. I hope you've worked this. Pause it, rewind it, and work with me through all of these 20 examples. Make sure you subscribe, and I will have a worksheet uploaded on my website. It'll be linked below for you so you can do further work if you need to. See you in the next one.